Virginia. On the phone with us, Rob Dickens. Rob, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show. Hello.
Hey, glad to be here.
So, this was Spain's thing. This was Pamplona, Spain only, or is that just the most famous one?
That's just the most famous one. It's actually been done throughout Spain and in other parts of the world as well, but Pamplona is the one that everybody knows about.
So, do they have groundhogs in other cities besides Punxsutawney?
I think it's mainly just bulls, But the main thing in other cities is that, and in Spain, is that the whole tradition revolves around the bull fight at the end of the run. They run the bulls to the arena, and then they kill the bulls in a bullfight. Now, obviously,
that's something that gets lost in the that's something that gets lost in the coverage a lot, doesn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's we think about it here in the U.S. Oh, you go there to run with the bulls. That's what it's all about. But that's really just a prelude to the main attraction over there in Europe.
Okay.
And we clearly don't want to do anything like that here in the U.S. We really just want to run with the bulls, and that's the extent of it.
All right, so where do you come in here? You see this, tell me where you were when you had this brainstorm. You're seeing this, gets monstrous publicity every year, and are you a type of guy who said, hey, other communities looking for events that are money makers and will draw out a crowd should be doing this?
No. I said, hey, I want to do that, but I can't really afford to go to Spain, and I can't find anybody else who can go to Spain with me, take a week off of work and find a hotel in Pamplona for a week during the busiest time of year. It just became impossible. I'm an adventurous guy. I wanted to go out there and do this great bucket list item thing and cross it off my list, but I just could never make it happen. And so when I got into the event planning industry, it was always in the back of my mind that, hey, we're going to do this one day. We're going to bring it to the States, and here we are.
So you're in the event planning industry. What other events do you plan?
Well, for the past 3 years, I've been the chief operating officer of Rugged Races, which is a company that puts on a 5K obstacle race called the Rugged Mania in 20 cities nationwide.
This is what you do. So you got the infrastructure.
Exactly.
All right, now I'm looking at the map of the United States. You'll have great bull run events starting August 21st in Richmond, and it looks like you have a pile of cities all over the United States, mostly East Coast, West Coast, California, some Texas, some Florida, some maybe Georgia, but I see nothing in the Pacific Northwest. Are we not a bull run place yet, or what's the deal?
Not that you're not a bull run place, it's just that we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
Our plans are to expand to pretty much everywhere that we find people who want a little bit of adventure, and certainly up there in the Pacific Northwest, they love their adventure.
May I give you a city?
Sure.
Yakima.
You're welcome.
Yep. Yeah, you're welcome.
Great metropolis of Yakima.
The great metropolis of Yakima is famous for what, Eric?
It is famous for, well,
it's the Palm
two
Springs
things.
of the Pacific Northwest, right?
Well, it's famous for wine country now, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a little bit of sangria.
Are there rules against whining and running? I mean, can you have a little bit of? Do you care what people do before they run with the bulls?
Let me be diplomatic about this. We will not allow a visibly intoxicated person to run with the bulls.
That sounds smart.
Well, I notice a big part of the name of your company is the LLC on the end. That stands for limited liability, right?
Exactly. Now, see, before I got into the event planning industry, I was an attorney on Wall Street.
Okay, because I see a lot of liability.
So you need to sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, click agree, click agree, click agree. All right. Yeah, Yakima is great. No, and the reason I mention it is there's a large livestock community in eastern Washington. You've got Ellensburg, you've got Spokane, and Yakima has a ginormous Hispanic community, and you would, I mean, I don't know what, I think it would be one of your biggest cities in America.
Wow. Okay, well, I will definitely take a look. The main thing that prevents us from going to any specific area is, where are we going to do the run? Is there a great venue there that can, park 10,000 people that we can construct a run on? Or is there just nothing but
you're looking for places like drag race tracks, and I mean big, like you're you're not running through the streets of a town. You're building a course on a private property.
Ah, okay. That makes
It's
it
a heck of a lot easier to make things work on private land than it is to make things work on government
See,
land.
but that's not as much fun as running through the Pike Place Market trying not to
Right.
tip over the vegetables.
Right. It's colorful.
How do you get your bulls local, or do you have some you carry around with you?
Well, right now, for the first few events on the East Coast and into Texas, we'll be sourcing the bulls from a ranch in Kentucky, and this is a ranch that supplies bulls to rodeos. And we'll be using the same sets of bulls regionally, so that the bulls all kind of get conditioned to and accustomed to the event. They know what's going on. They kind of get trained to run from point A to point B. Because the last thing we want to do is just keep using new bulls the whole time, and the bulls have no idea what's going on.
Well, yeah, and you need to at least kind of be able to guarantee a run. I mean, the walking of the bulls is not anything anybody wants to pay for. I mean, some bulls will just sit there and look at you.
Yeah, I would do, me, I'm so averse to risk, I would do the running of the boxing turtles. That would be my favorite.
Fun.
Yeah, or the groundhogs. I thought you were on to something.
The running of the groundhog.
Yeah.
Rob,
Well, we also have... Yep, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
We also have the Tomato Royale Festival for people who aren't exactly up for running with the bulls. We're also doing, they have a tradition in Spain of this huge tomato food fight.
Ah.
So we're incorporating that into the event as well, just to give people who aren't quite as brave something to do that's also adventurous and fun.
All right. Well, people in Yakima grow a lot of food, and they'd love to throw it at each other, too. So I think you combine both. The Running of the Bulls planned for the United States cities starting on August 24th. And if someone wants to go to this, do you have a website where all these events are listed?
We do. TheGreatBullRun.com.
All right. Thank you very much, Rob Dickens in Nashville, Tennessee.